Hey Google, what's the temperature out?
The temperature in Sound Beach right now is 11 degrees.
Oof.
Good morning, everybody. Captain Leon from Captain Leon's Boating and More, and it is cold out there. It is not a day that one would think about boating, but today we are thinking about boating. We're going to live boating. We're going to enjoy boating. That's right, because we are going to the New York International Boat Show, located in the Jacob Javits Center in the heart of New York City. It is not an in-water boat show. You wouldn't want it to be an in-water boat show in these temperatures, but they do fit hundreds of boats within this building. It's really something to see, and you're going to just be along for the ride and hopefully appreciate what we get to show you. So joining me today is my buddy Steve Blaney. There's Steve. And we are on our way, going to cover a bunch of different boats, but there is one particular 25-foot center console I'm hoping to showcase. These things can be expensive, but I think there's one particular model might be something that can fit in most people's budgets. So we'll see if that goes. Hopefully that vessel is there today. All right, here we go. Enjoy. All right, here we are at the Javits Center, and this is a real impressive building. I mean, look at this glass ceiling. Just really gives you a sense that you're in a big, wide open exhibition hall, and it's just loaded with boats. I mean, as far as the eye can see. The good news is the boat that I want to showcase for you is here at the show, but we'll get to that in just a few moments. There's just so many other beautiful boats here. These Grady Whites, similar to my buddy Chuck's boat, is present. I mean, look at these. Chris Crafts are just, off the charts in beauty and quality. And, well, I guess price too, right? The Robalo, one of my favorites, real sharp-looking boats. But I'd be remiss if I did not show you the Monterey M65. My buddy Steve Blaney just purchased this boat. Congrats to him and his wife Julia. They will be taking delivery on it really before long. In its class, for its size, really there's few boats that can give you as much. Very comfortable, very roomy, a ton of storage, really large swim deck, and particularly the way that the sofa or the lounge seat is designed in the back is just really nice. So all the best to them. And how about this Everglades 45-foot center console? Oh my goodness. This thing was probably the boat of the show in my opinion. I mean, listen, a little on the high side as far as price, 1.7 million. Yeah, I think it's a little bit above what I can reach. But just the same, there's something for everybody. And how about the Mercury outboard engine display? I mean, this was really impressive. Of course, they have their 600 horsepower Verado front and center. I mean, this thing is just incredible. What do you think it cost? That's right, $77,000, weighing in at 1,260 pounds. One engine. Just incredible. Take a look at how that lower unit is, all that turns. The technology that's being displayed today was really just remarkable. From electronic steering to just, toggle wheels, joysticks, just really good stuff. Seabob, right? This is a brand new company coming in with these little water scooters that you could go underwater and spin around and swim at the fish. Pretty neat. Problem? Price. $10,000 to $18,000. Yeah, that's a little bit much as well for something that's really just a toy.
Arguably the biggest product news here at the New York Boat Show is the Seado Switch. It's an entirely new take on what a pontoon could be, should be, and is. It's really the best of personal watercraft and the pontoon roominess all in one.
So I don't know if you were able to hear what that promotional video was all about, but it's about this Seado Switch. This is a brand new vessel. It's a combination of a pontoon boat but the core underneath is a Sea-Doo personal watercraft. That's the engine, so it is jet propelled. Really creative modular deck design. All these seat pieces are individual, can be rearranged any way you want, L-shaped, U-shaped, you name it. Really, really creative design and affordable too, coming in at like $27,000 for the whole thing. Sea-Doo is also famous for other innovative personal watercraft, and the Sea-Doo Fish Pro is really interesting. I mean, this thing is completely set up for fishing. It has a live well now in the back that aerates to keep your bait alive. It's got an adjustable seat, so you can basically raise that seat or lower it depending on what type of perspective you want to have for fishing. And we spent a few worthwhile minutes at the DEC display speaking to these officers about what's going on in our fisheries.
Right.
So what our anglers are asked to do is to take a scale sample, send it to us in this envelope, and then once we open up the envelope, we can look at it under a microscope.
And these are the scales here, the striped bass scales.
Yep, those are what
themselves.
they look like.
Okay.
And so then when we put them under there, we can count the rings, count the years. Once they get tighter together, we know that's the winter when they're not growing as much. The summer, they have most of their growth. And then we determine their age at length. So we use, let's see, this one here. So if we get a lot of data, these are all the different years, but say we got a lot of 40-inch fish,
right,
we would say that's about a 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old fish, depending on how much they're eating, how much they grew, that kind of stuff, male or female. And it just gives us a better understanding of how old the fish are when we are catching them. So this is the slot limit right here, 28 to 35.
Yep.
So if you're catching a 28 to 35 inch fish, seems like they're about 8 years old.
Okay.
And it's our understanding that striped bass will start reproducing and spawning at 6 years. So the intent of the regulation is to make sure that those fish are spawning at least one time before they're caught and harvested.
Not that the breeders are the bigger and larger ones.
That is true as well. You know, the bigger ones
but just to try to get them breeding at least once
before they're
they hit
taken
the
out
slot.
of the population. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if they can, stay in, that's even better for us.
Right.
But also, what we have to consider is, people's use of the fish. People don't really. You love to catch a big one, but you're probably not going to take a big one home to eat it.
Right.
So. Yeah. For folks that want to take a fish home to eat, it makes sense to kind of have it in this slot, and we know that slot's kind of, within conservation because they're going to reproduce at least once. It wouldn't be anything lower.
No, it makes perfect sense. Do you guys have any data on what I perceive as the downfall of the fluke fishery in the Long Island Sound? Well, I really didn't get a great answer, but I did get a sticker. Thanks, DEC. Alright, so I just want to show you 3 center console boats that are comparably sized to the 25-foot center console I'm about to showcase for you. This will be good for us, right? So we can see the value of these boats, what they cost, and whether or not what I'm going to show you is something that makes sense and is a good value. So we'll start with the Edgewater, 23-foot center console, $161,000 with a single engine. And this is a well-built boat. I don't like the idea that the front head compartment door does not open all the way if the backrests are installed on the bow seats. That's a little bit of a poor design, but not a deal breaker. The bow area is relatively simplistic, with its just generic seating. Does have a nice windlass sunken in, and other than that, just a real nice clean looking boat with, once again, that single engine Yamaha outboard. Next up is Grady White. Yeah, these are among the best built boats you can find. This is the 23-foot, $158,000, once again, single engine Yamaha. Right? It's a lot of money for boats with a single engine. Well-built boat. Like I said, probably among the best. Nothing fancy. Grady Whites are not known for flash, just function. All right, follow my buddy Steve to this absolutely beautiful Everglades 23-foot center console coming in at $100,000. $197,000. I mean, that's just a lot of money for a single engine center console boat. Check out this dive door. You don't normally see that on a boat of this size. The fit and finish of this boat was just exemplary. I mean, really just well put together boat. Had some very interesting functionality. If you take a look, at some of the interesting components like this swiveling, leaning post. You don't normally see that, right? Allowing you to just, face forward, face back, depending on what you want to do. So the boat definitely has a lot of nice amenities. It has the fold-up stern seats in the back there. Real nice, comfortable materials, nice electronics. Everything about the boat just really felt well built. I also appreciated and enjoyed the way that they did the head compartment. I'm going to give you that viewpoint right here in a moment. And you can see, it's lit up, it's bright, it's got plenty of room. I'm a small guy, so for me, it's no problem getting in most head compartments, but this thing seemed to be roomy enough that just about anybody can get down in there. The bow area, that might be a part of the boat that just wasn't terribly impressive. Your standard generic bow seating with the backrest, but overall, a real pretty boat. 197,000? I don't know. Single engine seems like a lot of money to me. All right, here we go. The moment we've been waiting for. The boat that I am showcasing in this video is the Yamaha 252 FSH, right? FSH as in fish. And before we go any further looking at this boat, let's take a look at some of the specifications. In this vessel, the engines and the hull are all built by Yamaha Marine, and we know how efficient and reliable Yamaha Marine engines are. And it's not a single engine boat like we've seen in many other center consoles of this size. It is a twin engine, 1.8 liter, 180 horsepower engines for a total of 360 horsepower. You're dealing with a boat that'll do approximately 44 miles per hour. Its best fuel burn is at around 6,000 RPMs, and at that point you're doing around 32 miles per hour, but it is so fuel efficient. It is only using about 13.3 gallons per hour. You're dealing with a range of about 250 miles on its 111-gallon fuel tank. The boat itself weighs around 4,800 pounds, has a beam of 8 foot 6 inches, dead rise of around 20 degrees, but its draft is only 22 inches. Seating is for 12 people. Plenty of room there for fishermen or friends or family. It has 2 live wells, right? So one is a 30-gallon live well. The other is an 18-gallon aquarium-style live well, which is really nice. Has snap-in marine mat flooring, a full glass windshield, not plexiglass, full real glass windshield. Has a 7-inch full-function touchscreen display to give you everything from RPMs to any other bit of data you need to know about what's going on the boat. Has a 12-inch Simrad, hard T-top, 25 rod holders. I mean, this thing could really hold any fishing equipment that you need. Has a raw water washdown with an unlimited source of raw water, a freshwater washdown, comes with a shore lander trailer. So the question now is, what is the price, right? Is this $175,000? Nope. Is it $150,000? Nope. Is it $125,000? Actually, it is less than that. So I am going to share with you the price as soon as I'm done showing you the interior of this boat and all it has to offer. In the meanwhile, why don't you think about what you think it's worth? All right, so here we go. So yeah, Yamaha boats are not only very popular, but they are jet-propelled boats, like many boats in our military today. Take a look at this actual footage. This is me in Moriches Bay, Long Island, New York, moving through about 1 foot of water in my Yamaha jet-propelled boat. They offer some tremendous advantages in skinny water. There is also no exposed outboard in the back in the way of fishing off of the transom area. No exposed propeller that could be dangerous for families swimming in and around the boat. They offer just a tremendous amount of advantages. I have taken my Yamaha jet-propelled boat to the rivers of New York City. I have fished offshore and inshore both, and basically you can do just about anything you want in these boats and just really take advantage of all they have to offer. And let me just add that these boats are incredibly maneuverable in tight quarters. This is actual drone footage of a 21-foot Yamaha jet boat as it navigates in and around a tight docking situation. Okay, let's begin the process of exploring this vessel. This is the transom lounge area. You could see a stereo remote there, comfortable seating. There's fishing rod holders, cup holders. It's a two-step seating surface. There's even a table mount. If you want to set up a barbecue, what have you. Just a great place to hang out, swim, fish, call it what you want. Then on the starboard side, of course, we have a 30-gallon live well. Here we have a super thick glass top, which is nice. There's an aerator, so you have all you need to keep your bait, I should say, fresh and lively. Now you have the seating along the back. So there are jump seats on either side. The center section is a complete casting platform that gives you direct access to the back of the boat. There's no outboard engine in the way, as I mentioned, which is great. And now here it converts to a full bench seat, seating 5 people, when you install those cushions. So plenty of seating for family, friends, or other, getting out to the fishing grounds, or again, flips down and a great place to fish from. Underneath these seats is not only storage, but, access to some of the, the pumps and other parts of the boat's equipment. Right below that is where we have our freshwater and raw water plugins. It comes with a hose. You just plug it into the quick connect adapter. You have a raw water that runs continuously to flush down the boat if you want. Runs off the jet pump. You also have a freshwater tank as well. You have the marine mat, which is snap down, which is great. You could remove that. Plenty of fishing rod holders. And now on the port side, we do have ample storage, back there as well. Right here, just at the boat show, they jam some of the seat cushions in there, right? For the seat that's folded down. So yeah, you could pretty much put, fenders, ropes, or whatever you feel you want to put, in that rear storage. Now moving over to the leaning post, we can see it's got flip-up bolsters. They're curved to wrap around your back, which is very nice. The dashboard is a very clean look. Again, it's a Simrad 12-inch, and to the left is a Connect 7-inch digital screen. This digital screen will show you everything from, your RPMs, your fuel, all sorts of calculations of your, existing range, and all other options to turn on certain electronics within the boat, all on that touch screen. Locking glove box, which I just demonstrated, nice grab handle, and check this out, solid glass, okay, solid glass, in the center console itself, which is really nice. So yeah, a real nice clean setup. There's a cell phone holder. You have your stereo system. Stainless steel wheel. At the bottom, of the leaning post, we have the flip up and flip down foot rail. There's also a footrest down there on an angle. So yeah, it's a halfway decent setup. Here on the port side, as we move up to the front, is our second live well, and also aerated. This is an aquarium style live well, which is really cool because you get to watch your bait swim around. So it provides an entertainment factor, if you will, as well. The bow area is just beautiful. There's a table that mounts in the center. The family could all sit around, or your fishing buddies. You could also take that table, remove it, so that you just have, a standard bow area. Plenty of room to stretch your feet out, table mounts. Of course, there is storage underneath these seats. So here it's a fish box. It could also be used, as a cooler. Over on the starboard side, on the port side, just generic storage. But just great to have. We have our anchor locker up front. Opens up to the left, so it's convenient to get to your anchor. It's very deep. There is no windlass option on this boat. My understanding is that there is some setup, for trolling motor to be mounted. I'm not quite sure where that was. I didn't see that, but so I've heard. And then we have these stanchion pillars right on the left, on the right. So, this is on the starboard side, opposite the live well. Plenty of Plano box, shelving system there, garbage pail, particular drawer for storage of fishing tools or what have you, and some marine mat on the top. You could actually stand up on top of that section and cast off there if you want. Plenty of in-floor storage. You can keep a barbecue down there. You could put pretty much, whatever you need. And here is that table down in the position even with the seats to create a huge casting platform that you could just walk on top of, and it supports plenty of weight. So now we are at the head area. This is a front access head area with a curtain, so the center console opens up. The advantage of the curtain is you could leave that open. It gives you just really a lot of accessibility and a lot of height in there, because the curtain is keeping it private for you to do whatever you need to do in there, whether it be getting dressed, using a head, call it what you want. So you have plenty of room in there. I love the curtain idea, and there's another curtain in the back to hide the wiring and the electronics. Now, this is my buddy Steve. Unlike myself, he is a good-sized guy, and he's demonstrating the ability to fit down in there and to come on out of the head area. So not too bad. And of course, you have a beautiful bench seat, right in front to hold more folks. All right, and take a look at the freeboard on this thing. It is substantial. You feel nice and safe. The gunnels are padded, so you could just lean up against them. Just overall, a real nice setup. As we now move toward the back of the boat, let's explore the meat and the potatoes, right? Or maybe we'll refer to it as the business end of the boat. Underneath this casting platform, is the engines. It's on a hydraulic lift to lift up this engine cover, and there are the twins, right? So these are 180 horsepower Yamaha Marine engines. They're incredibly reliable. They're almost maintenance free. You just change the oil once a year, and that's it. There are no belts. There are no water pumps. There is no lower unit on this boat. It's a direct drive system to an impeller. Very simple system. Very efficient system, very reliable system, and these engines can go hundreds, if not thousands of hours. So now, when we think about this whole package, comparing it to a center console single engine, considering everything and all the amenities and the beauty of this boat, we get down to now, what is this boat worth? What do you think it's worth compared to some of these other $150,000 center consoles? This is a Yamaha. It is a name brand. Well, guess what? This boat costs complete $79,000 with the trailer. That's right. And if you wanted to upgrade to the 500 horsepower model with the twin 250s, electronic engine start, and electronic throttles, you can, and that's only going to be $87,000. So just a few bucks more. You can get a boat that's going to be doing 56, 57 miles per hour. So in my opinion, these things are just well worth it. Are they for everybody? No. Are they built with a hull density of a Grady White or other? No. But it does serve a purpose. It does meet a budget for so many people that can enjoy these boats. The only thing I would say is if you intend on wet slipping this boat, it might not be your best choice. leaving those jet pumps submerged, continuously is not usually recommended. Where an outboard, you could trim it up. But aside from that one issue, if you are going to trailer it, really a great value and worth considering. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like my content, you like my style, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. If you like boat review videos in general, I'm also going to recommend that you check out Captain John Halkias' channel known as The Jigging Jerks. Not only is it chock full of some great fishing adventures, as he is a super successful captain, but he also does numerous boat reviews which you might find enjoyable as well. So this is Captain Leon signing off, and remember, support your local bait and tackle shops such as the Miller Place Bait and Tackle. Take care, everybody.